Well, hello guys, welcome to another bullet journal setup video. This one's for March, and I'm pretty excited about March. That's the time of try to be a little bit more artistic, going for a certain theme and trying to stick out. Now let's flip through February. You can see I was very busy. I added a habit tracker and a few things I wanted to track there. Pretty simple, aligned with my theme. You can see had some new collections like the books to read. Excuse the scribbles if you see them. My son was going crazy. I love this quote by Dr. Edwin Land. Yeah, more tasks, ideas to go. I changed up my look and I'm loving this. It's so pretty. I had my gratitude, my ideas, my week. I loved how I could see everything in one place. As you can see, this week or the final week, I'm not that much inspired. I'm sticking to just completing my tasks. Let's move on to March. Like I mentioned before, March is a pretty exciting time for me this year because I'm trying out new stuff. I'm trying to be more artistic. I'm trying to enjoy bullet journaling. I traced out everything in pencil. I do not know if you can see that. It makes it more easy to draw or stick to a plan. So I'm just tracing out in my pen over the pencil, and there we go. That is March. I got this idea from just googling doodle ideas, and I saw something like a notebook or a calendar, and I think it's pretty much working for me. It's simple. It's something I could trace out. Like I said, I'm a little bit artistically challenged, but I'm working on that and I love it. Yeah. Now I had some doodles there. I do not require those, so wrap them off. For my monthly, I created it such that I would love to see my mini calendar at the top, my appointments, my events, and my monthly goals all spread in the same area, and then at the bottom have the whole calendar, something like a future log of my monthly calendar. And I'm loving how it turned out. As well, I'm still tracing on top of the pencil. I counted out my boxes all across my book and then separated it into 7 columns. We have 7 days in a week, then 5 rows down in order to accommodate all my dates. So here I'm just drawing out my lines for my columns. Oh, it's been a while using a ruler, but it is nice. Let's speed that up a little bit so we can save a little bit of time. Got places to go, people to see, foods to eat, all that jazz. Yep. I draw all my rows. And I'm loving this bullet journal thing so far. I am not missing out on my tasks or my events as long as I know beforehand about them. I'm pretty much sticking to everything I write down in my bullet journal. Now we write down all our days of the week, Sunday to Saturday. And then I can place the dates into my boxes. I choose the top right corner of every box. And I think it looks good and neat. For my events and appointments and goals, I was playing around with sticky notes or posters and calendar. Please excuse the blurriness of the camera. I do not know yet exactly what causes that, so I'm going to do a little bit of research. Good. Next, I have my habit tracker. Like you saw in my February setup, I used the habit tracker a lot. I enjoyed seeing the places I require to work on, the places where I'm succeeding on. It's really good to be able to see that you're making some progress, or to see places where you need to work on. And again, I'm going to write down my dates from the 1st to the 31st. Now my book is really small, so it ate out a lot of the spaces, so I did not have a place that I could write my habits, the ones that I want to trace, in words, so I placed them out in initials. Then after that, I'm going to just draw out the lines across and along to make tiny little bits of boxes. Remember, the same way we had our registers, or were they roll calls done, where you can cross out when you do a task. Yeah, that's the kind of look I'm going for here. It's so daunting, a lot of work. Now my camera went down, and so I'm completing the final columns for the habit tracker here, and it looks good. Next, I'm going to write down my legend or key so that I can know which habits I'm tracking in words. As you will see, at some point I did not remember what an initial meant, and I had to skip it and then go back to it afterwards. I couldn't make out what it was, but thankfully I remembered it. The next page is my gratitude log page. I saw this on Bohuberry and I totally fell in love with it. It's a place where you can write down your words that inspire you or are grateful for. Next, I have my quotes page where I can write my favorite quotes, things that inspire me. Then I have my YouTube spread. I thought it would be pretty good to have a place where you can write my ideas, write out my strategy, dream, think, all the jazz that is required in being a creative. A little bit of color. Nice, I like it. Next, I have my weekly spread, and like I did in my monthly log, I created 7 rows, since we do have 7 days in a week, and wrote down my days, Sunday to Saturday. All these columns are equally separated or drawn. Then I can write down my tasks along the columns, and I like this look, since you can see the whole week in one. You do not have to flip through pages in order to see what you have either migrated into the next day, and I'm loving this. On my top left corner, I decided to have my meal plan there. It is important, being a busy mom, you have to stay organized, think these things through way ahead of time, so my meal plan is up there. Then I have my mini calendar in order to trace out where I am in the week, a little bit of color to make it pop and make me feel a little bit excited about it. Now I realized at this point I should have created 3 spaces since it starts midweek, but it's okay. This is how most of the weeks are going to appear. I flipped through the whole process, and that's how it's looking. What do you think? I suppose it's a better version of the others that I had created, and I'm loving how I'm growing in this. Look at that. That looks way much better. So if you like, give it a thumbs up, follow me on social media, subscribe to my channel. I'll put everything in the description box below, even my previous videos.